Hi, and welcome to the second annual edition of Patriot Pride Jr. I'm Brian.
And I'm Chelsea. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be bringing you some of the Wayne Hills JV and freshman sports. So sit back and relax, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Scatman's World. My seam's clean, do you know what I mean? My seam's clean, do you know what I mean? My seam's clean, do you know what I mean? It's not here to die.
Life's about living, laughing, loving. Drugs, baby, they ain't about nothing.
It's not here to die.
Drugs, they ain't about nothing.
In our next story, we will cover the JV softball team who got off to a rough start. Not winning many games, the determination to win is high. Let's take a look at this year's JV softball team.
Valuable player is very hard to pick this early in the season. Everybody is important on any given day. You know, anybody can rise to the occasion. Freshmen and JV are certainly struggling at this point, but every day I see an improvement in the girls' skills and things like that. We have a lot of young players coming up. We only have 2 seniors on the varsity this year, so the varsity is mainly composed of mostly freshmen and juniors, so everybody's learning, and we've had a lot of losses, but you know, everybody's getting better each day, and I think that's one of the things that the coaches are looking for is how everybody gets better day to day. It's hard, especially when you have a freshman who you want to move up, but sometimes they're not really ready for that transition from, say, rec ball or traveling leagues to high school, and they're not used to the pace and the demands of playing a varsity sport in high school, which are a lot greater than most freshmen are used to. For the most part, you know, your average player, it's easy to, you know, just by grade divide them freshman team and then JV team. But to move a freshman up to varsity is probably the hardest decision. Like, are they ready to play at that level? And that's when it really becomes a matter of, you know, do we think this kid can rise to the occasion or not? I love coaching. It kind of replaced playing for me. This is my 3rd official year here, but I actually started coaching when I was a freshman in college. So right after I got out of high school, I started with a 14 and under, like a Patriot team that was a summer league of Wayne Hills. I think each level has its own advantages and disadvantages. I like taking the freshmen because you get to teach them the game, and they have a lot of fun just learning, and you know, they don't often get down when they lose because they know that they're learning the game. JV, you can be a little more demanding on them because they've been around and they know the game a little bit. And then varsity is where you really get into the nuances of how well the coach knows the game and can call plays and bunts and stealing and things like that. And so I really like all different levels for different reasons. And it's just a matter of, you know, what day of the week it is, where I am, because I'm everywhere.
I've been playing for 2 years. I started last year. It was my first time. I didn't really like it. My friend just made me do it. And then as I started playing, I really started getting into it. And I got better as I went.
I've been playing since 4th grade. I knew a lot of kids at school who were playing, and my friend's dad was the coach, so I went for the team, and I've been playing ever since.
I play outfield, and I like it better because I like catching fly balls and stuff.
I play first base, but recently I've been starting to play outfield. I like both positions, they're fun. First base, you're in the game more, but then outfield, a lot of fly balls come out too. And
we will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you. We will rock you. All right.
Next, we're going to take a look at the Wayne Hills freshman girls softball team. With only 10 girls making up this dynamic group, each player really gave their 100%. In each game that they played, Coach Ventimiglia was at their side, encouraging them to do the best they possibly could. Throughout their first season, all of these freshmen really bonded and became a team that we can expect great things from in the future. Now, let's take a look.
Season's been pretty rough so far. We've had a couple of tough losses, but every game we see a little bit of improvement in the girls, and their attitudes are staying upbeat. So hopefully, if we can keep that going and build for next year's program, we'll have a pretty solid team in the next school year.
I would say Danielle Holbert because we had no pitchers at the beginning of the season, so she offered to step up and pitch. Yeah. So she's never pitched before, so that was like a big difference.
We're really trying. Yesterday we came really close to winning, but in the last innings the other team kind of took the lead and we kind of lost the 10-run rule. But otherwise we're doing really good.
I think that everybody's a key player. On the freshman level, everybody's a key player because we only have 9 players, so if somebody's absent, they're the key to the whole game. If they're not here, then we're not playing. JV and varsity, it's really, we're stepping up. Everybody's young. We only have 3 seniors on the team, and so it really is a matter of everybody stepping up and filling positions where we need from day to day. You might be asked to play JV, you might be asked to play varsity, you might be playing freshman. You're everywhere and anywhere, so I think every single player is key to this program.
Really well. We bonded through the season. We really didn't know each other at the beginning of the softball season, but we got to know each other. We hang out in school and out of school. Overall, I think we just really bonded and got to know each other really well.
Well, first we get our order, and then we walk down to the JV field, which is down by the track. And first we need to run, so our coach comes down, and we run about until the other blacktop down there, and then we stretch, and then after we stretch, we throw a little during our throwing process. And then after we throw, we'll do some hitting, usually, and then we'll just do like some base running, simple stuff like that. When you go up there into the batter's box, you have your team cheering you on, you have your coach cheering you on. It's a little pressure because you want to do good for your team, but it feels good once you get a hit.
Our coach is Coach Ventimiglia. She's an English teacher here. We call her Coach Venti. She's a really nice person, and we get along really well. She teaches us a lot of good skills, and she does a really good job teaching us because some people didn't play softball before, but they got to know the game, and they did really well during the season.
Our next story is on Wayne Hills JV softball. This team has had a rough season, yet still played strong, and were a definite matchup for the opposing teams. Let's take a look.
So far this season, we've really been trying to work on our basic skills and get better with each game. Yesterday we scored our first run, so each game we're seeing improvement. We face some challenging teams in this league, so every day it's a new challenge, and we try and rise up and get better from the day before. Well, I don't like to, call anybody out because we only have enough players, 9 players on the team, so everybody's key. So nobody can be absent from school, nobody can go to the dentist until, I tell them they're allowed to, that sort of thing. Everybody is key because everybody needs to be here in order for us to play these games. Our bats could use a little bit of work. We don't have the facilities where everybody gets to hit all the time. We only have 1 batting cage, so we do what we can. That's an area where we need improvement. We just have to get used to seeing live pitchers and taking more swings with the bat. Well, last year we didn't have a freshman team. So this would be a great improvement that we get to play a full schedule this year. We have enough players where we're not sitting the bench JV. We only got in 4 freshman games last year, so this is obviously better. We're going to be playing a lot of games this year. We work a lot on ground ball drills, movement side to side. I hit ground balls, I hit pop-ups. We do a lot of around the infield. We do situations with live runners, just so everybody kind of becomes more aware of the game and where to go with the ball. My goal personally is just to see everybody learn more about the game of softball, learn the skills necessary that are going to help them advance to JV next year and hopefully eventually varsity, and to instill a love for this game. I love this game, and I hope that they love it too by the end of the season.
I used to play when I was little, like 2nd grade, and then I quit like 5th grade, and I started off in North Halden, and then I just decided to start playing again because it was fun to get better and to just be better at batting because I'm not really doing too good at that right now, so just to improve on that. When we do fielding, because that's in situations, because we're not gonna really, that's what we're gonna need in the game to know where we're going with the ball and things like that.
Throughout the year, we've definitely gotten better than we were in the beginning. But we didn't win a game, but better hope for next year. Based on what we did pretty well. Actually, not pretty well, but we did what was expected from us. Because a lot of girls were new this season, so they weren't really sure how to play the game and stuff. But we did, I guess, pretty good towards the end of the season. I played center fields. Favorite part of being on the team would be working together as a team. A lot of us didn't know each other in the beginning of the year, but we got to know each other through practices and games and bonding with each other. So that's the best part. In practices, she just basically gives us talks, and through practices and stuff, we basically practicing ourselves, we get better through those ways.
Up next, we will be showing you the JV baseball team here at Wayne Hills under the coaching of Coach Rella. The boys have maintained a good record that started off slow, but managed to finish strong. Their season ended on a good note with the impressive record of 15-6. Now let's take a look at this year's JV baseball team.
Yeah, we beat them. Go ahead.
This year, we are loaded with freshmen and sophomores. We have some pretty good leadership, Ed Tarragano, Steve Barbera, and some younger guys, freshman Dave Ogden, and Jeff Krasinski and Frank Franco. We're playing pretty well right now. Hope that we can hopefully learn the game of baseball, learn basic fundamentals, and prepare to become varsity baseball players. Hopefully, it'll work out for the program in the future. But this year we're working real hard in practice and get better every day. Our strengths right now probably are hitting. So we're a pretty strong hitting team. Our weaknesses definitely have been pitching and fielding, but if we can't improve on those, then we're not going to be very successful. So that's our priority right now, pitching and fielding.
We have a couple juniors, a couple freshmen, mostly sophomores. We have a pretty good lineup, decent pitching staff, so I think we'll have a pretty good year.
Well, I play all over the outfield. Most of the time I play left field.
Matt Cease is our shortstop. He has an awesome arm. Leading off is a good hitter. Grant Hill's our star reliever. Definitely being scouted. Mike Fleischel is probably our best starting pitcher.
Yeah, I like the coach. He's a good guy. He's a good coach. He's helped us out a lot, and he's a good guy on and off the field.
Yeah, I like him. He's a pretty good coach. He knows what he's talking about.
I hope to have a good year. I hope we all perform well and stay healthy and have a winning season.
Well, I'm a catcher, but our outfielder Chris Steck got hurt, so we need somebody filling, so I'm now playing a little bit outfield.
In our next story, we will cover the incredible turnaround of our very own Wayne Hills track team. After a slow start to the season, the track team has really taken off from their starting blocks. They have turned their 0-2 dual meet record into a 3-2 record by winning their final 3 meets. With a combination of speed and determination on the track and strength and will in the field events, the track team is making it happen. Let's see them in action.
I run varsity 110 hurdles, and I run the 100-meter dash and the 200-meter dash. They're pretty fun. They're hard because you gotta sprint, and it's pretty hard. Our practices start with 2 laps. We have to run like an 800-meter around the track. So that's 2 laps around the track. Then we just get into our lines. We stretch. 400 hurdles, you're gonna have to go around the track once, hurdling 10 hurdles. Then it goes with 100-meter dashes. Then we would go with field events that are in between all those things. You know, there's high jump, there's long jump, triple jump, you know, javelin, discus, shot put. There's all those intermediate stuff in between our running things, our running events.
Our record right now is dual meets is 3-2, and my hope for the rest of the season is the kids that should be scoring points, score their points, get their medals, and help us to a high finish tonight in the league, and then next week in the county, and then the following week in the state.
I would say Chaz Lynn.
Ryan Mink in the high jump.
Ryan Mink, he does high jump.
Ryan Mink in the high jump.
Nick Romeo in the long jump. Caleb the Negros Corey Reichart in the 400 with Caleb, our relay team. Those 2 guys, and Charlie Mizak and TJ Siapi, TJ in the 800, Mizak in the 16, Ryan Mink in the high jump, Luke Young in the hurdles, and I'm sure there are going to be a few that I forgot, but they're pretty much Chris Zambelli in the shot put. That's about it.
I think that the team is good. It's a big team, which is definitely a help. You have a lot of people, you know, who make up the team, who try to run. I think it's good. I like, you know, practices, you know, here at the school, they're not too long, and, you know, everyone, you know, works hard in their sections to work towards the common goal of the team.
After slow tryouts and a slow start, the Wayne Hills JV volleyball team have turned themselves around and are producing wins. They are coached by JV coach Bonnie and varsity coach Eustace. The team is mostly new players, but with their hard work and dedication, they will most likely finish their season off with many victories.
Bounce back. Your boy's back.
This is my second year as a JV coach. I've helped out with the program for like 3 or 4 years now. I think all the players are playing, you know, making themselves better every day. You know, the team definitely depends on Mo Rustum. He's a junior. He's our captain. You know, he's one of the stronger players. He's been doing some setting for us. He's doing a great job. Mo Faraj has been hitting the ball pretty hard from the outside, and Anthony Tarana, both are sophomores, and they've made themselves a lot better this year, and they help out the team a lot. I think Coach Eustace is a great coach. He tries to stay very calm and even keel, and you know, gives the criticism and, you know, that the players need. He tells them exactly what it is that they need to do to make their mechanics better, to make their communication better. You know, he stays very calm, and he's a good role model for myself as a coach.
I saw you, Ryan, and Ant playing, so I decided to try it out. It looked like fun.
You know, it gives me something to do with my free time. I like it the moment I saw it, and, you know, it's fun to play.
Well, just the fact that, like a team, it's a team sport, we play together. You know, everybody gets together, we play a good game, we win, that's what makes volleyball fun.
We have Young, Anthony Tarana, Russell is pretty good. That's about it.
Mirage, Mo Russell, and maybe Allison. Mo and Theo. I say our best players are Anthony from Toronto, me, of course, Mo Russell, and Mo Mirage.
Mo, Anthony,
Okay.
and the other one.
The goals are to make everybody play, you know, a step better than they played, when they came to see us this year. You know, hopefully with the idea that they can play on the varsity team, as soon as possible. So, I think we got some good play out of some of our freshmen. They're making themselves a lot better. Augie's making himself better. A lot of the players are, making themselves that much better.
Just finish out the season good. Probably just to spike it a little bit better.
To finish everybody off, what else? I say two excellent coaches. Two excellent coaches. They do a good job. I say they're really outstanding.
They're good. I think Coach Houston is good. Bonnie's okay. Oh, girl. Let me go.
Preston, what's wrong?
What?
What's wrong?
My hand is broken.
You broke your hand? How'd it break? How'd it break?
This is funny.
How'd it break?
Mo Russell dropped his elbow on it. I can't move it. It's dead.
That sucks.
Thank you, Mo.
Today we will be looking at the JV baseball team. Their coach has worked hard with them, trying to improve upon their skills and in the process of having a bit of fun and goofing off. They've had a remarkable year and hope to reach the varsity team next year.
Probably Mike Peischel, who played JV and varsity. Probably Sean Collin, because those two are our two strongest pitchers. And probably Dave Ogden, a freshman, who rips the ball every time he gets up. The goal for the season to be probably try to get in the tournament, try to go far in the tournament. But if we don't do that, we still had a good year. We didn't have high expectations this year, but our players are playing good, and we're ranked one of the best offenses in New Jersey. I think the program is very good. I think it's going to get stronger when we're older because we have a very good pitching staff. And I think our team is going to be very successful. Our off season is very tedious. Right after school ends, we go and we have summer camps and we have summer teams. It goes through the whole summer. So baseball is almost a full year program, but it's a very long program.
All right. I think so far, we haven't done as good as we could. I think that our pitching hasn't been as good as it should be. Our hitting's been good, but I think if we could develop our pitching, I think we could have a better record. To hit maybe like around 500, 550, to have maybe like 15 runs, and just mainly for the team to win.
Do you think
he's pretty nice? He knows what he's talking about. He's decent. You know what I mean? I think that he works hard with the kids, and I think that he knows what he's doing.
All right.
Varsity, I think our team will go pretty far in the counties. I think we'll probably get 2 or 3 seed, so I think that will go pretty far.
Yeah.
Probably Dave Ogden, me of course. Probably like Mike Peischel, and maybe like Steve Hoskins.
This year it's been a team effort. Everyone's been playing real good right now, and we're hitting the ball at this point pretty good. We brought up a couple freshmen, Frank Franco, Dave Ogden, who are really able to produce for us. We're getting some good pitching on the mound. We brought up another freshman, Barbera, and Mike Peischel, playing good ball.
Yeah, it's 50, aka Ferrari, F50. Look at that.
Today we will be looking at the 2004 Wayne Hills JV baseball team. They are a hard-working team with a coach that loves the game. They have a great time going down to the field every day and hanging out with their teammates. They've had a very successful season and we wish them luck the rest of the way. Now let's look at the JV baseball team.
Pretty good. We're 5-2, and we just beat Fairlawn yesterday. Close game, 2-1.
Baseball team, and we have a good record so far this year. We are 3-3, and I'd like to say I got the game-winning RBI last game on a bat bunch.
And 4-3 right now. You know, we should have won all our games.
Ask him if he's
Most
still
of
playing
my fault.
baseball.
Uh,
But then
Well, it's been going pretty good. We're I think 5-2 right now. Just beat Fairlawn yesterday. Close game, 2-1.
Our coach is a great guy. He makes it fun for us during the season. We have fun bus rides. And his name is Coach Rella. Coach Einell is a varsity coach. He's a good coach, very strict, but he's a very good coach. He makes the game fun. His name's Coach Rella. He jokes around a lot and makes the game enjoyable.
Well, Coach Rell, he's really knowledgeable, and I learned a lot from him this year.
Coach Rell's a nice guy. He's a funny guy, and he makes the games fun and enjoyable.
Except for one kid, his name's Grant Hill.
That's
my
not nice.
brother, but he thinks he tries to fit in, but he's not really trying to fit in that year this year. But he's a good guy. Ogden's a good player.
What are your
Guaranteed to probably have to be our catcher, Alex Gibson. He's very fast, gets down the line very fast.
Ogden's a very good player. Hits very far. Ogden's a very good player. Hits very far. You know, you can't.
Thanks for joining us for this year's edition of Patriot Pride Jr. Stay tuned next year as we bring you the best of Wayne Hills athletics from football to baseball. Once again, I'm Brian Polak.
And I'm Chelsea Charnett. See you in September.